I've found the next painting that I'm going to do, and this is a place where I drive past nearly every day, and I think I'd love to paint that. And if you come along with me, I'm going to show you I'm going to take some pictures and start my next painting, maybe in the style that I did for the bridge. But thanks for joining. It's a bit cold today, but that wind has gone, which was really cold. It's not been too bad at the moment, but just that wind, which I'm glad has sort of died off. I think we did have a storm a few days ago, creating havoc. You may think that I've lost the plot. You may think you might not see what I see. I think with this next painting, but I'm hoping that by the time I've done the painting and you can see the result, hopefully you can sort of understand what I'm attracted to in this scene. It's quite noisy here on the main road, although it's not massively busy, this road. Where I'm going is just literally a 10-minute walk maybe that way, so I'm not too far from it now. I just want to show you something. Let me spin the camera around. Just wondering if you would live in this house here. You can see it just popping out on the main road. I'm just wondering how many cars have actually gone into this building here. You can see it's quite tight, especially that truck that just went past. But it just sticks out on the main road, and I'm presuming that's probably why it was. That's probably why it was for sale for quite some time. But I think someone's actually bought it, moved in. So you can see just how close that is to the main road. Anyway, let's move on. A lot of art, I know it's subjective, but it's the way we see things. And I think, like I said in the last video, each painting I may have a different approach. I may have an idea of how I want the effects, what medium, that sort of thing. So it's down to interpretation. And when I take you to this place, I'm just a few minutes away. When I take you to this place, you may wonder why I want to paint this building, but hopefully by the end of it, you may be on board and you may understand what I find quite nice about the building. Look at this sort of cottage, really nice. And that's one of the places, because I drive through this place all the time, there's buildings, there's little things that I miss. So that's why it's nice to get walking. I can see the scenery, the surroundings around me. And that's another reason why I do like going for little walks. I don't know about you, but I really like these little bungalows with names. People who have these sort of cottages and bungalows, they tend to use a name rather than a number. So I'd love to live in one of those. And here we have a Sunday school building, which is another one that's just gone by the wayside. I really like this. It looks quite nice. I think I need to sketch this at some point. It is on the radar for me. And like I said, there's lots of different countryside around here, different views. This is the riding school. horse riders. Just a quick update. I have finished my physio now, and I've got my membership card. I went yesterday and met someone at the gym just to take me through some of the little bit of a program, although I do know what I'm doing in the gym. It's sort of different because of the illness I have. So I've got a free membership for I think it's 3 months. 3 months free membership, and then I can carry it on at a heavily discounted price, which is fantastic. So I can just build myself up and do various different exercises. I think nothing too heavy, nothing too strenuous, and I've got to pay attention to my heart rate, just keep track on that, making sure that I get plenty of warm-ups and cool downs, sort of like 10 minutes each way. But yeah, things are looking good, and I'm excited about that. I'm so lucky to live where I live. Just in front there's Days in Oak Country Park, so you got lots of horse riders. And this is the scene that I wanted to paint. I know it sounds a bit crazy, but I really do like the look of this building. I think anything with a bit of a sign of age and sort of derelict buildings, all that sort of thing, just add a little bit of character. I just need to figure out an interesting angle to paint. Just need to make sure that my mic's on, because I don't want another nightmare like I've done. So my process is I've took a couple of pictures of that building. So what I need to do now is just get to the town centre, get the picture from my phone, get it developed, and then I can head to the studio. I can make a start. Yeah, so I've found the angle that I want to paint. It's this one, so it's quite nice because I've got the bit of a garden, something leading your eye in. You got this, which I'll choose what to do with, this sort of driveway. So yeah, I'm ready to start the pencil sketch. Just want the perspectives and all that sort of thing that comes into this composition. So here goes. So I'm looking at the photograph and I'm looking at whereabouts the roof starts. So I've got this little triangular space of sky, and it's just over half this. The buildings are just over half when they come into the scene, so I'm going to try and get that close to where the actual buildings start. So I'm coming down. In fact, it's a bit of a different angle. There we go. I think that's better, and it doesn't matter too much. I'm not after perfection. You've seen my channel before. I'm not after anything exact. This is going to be another loose-ish sort of painting, and I'm just marking out the little areas and getting my composition mapped out. And it's mostly a focus on the building, this building, so you can see that. So it's mostly a focus on this building here, and like I said, hopefully by the end of the painting you may see what I find interesting, if I can convince you in some way. That is what I'm after. So we just keep watching as much as you can. I'm going to make sense of this. So I'm just looking at the angles, especially this one. It's because of the angle that I took. Hopefully it gives a nice perspective of the painting. Like I said, don't be too bothered about getting anything perfect, nothing like that. And these windows just disappear off the paper. This one does. And then, so it's quite a funny angle because this window, because it's higher up, you got just slightly more of an angle than this window here, although that's slightly out. Let me just correct that. So that looks a bit better. And then this one follows that one. So you want to just go in and do that. And then come down with the end of the window. And then I know I've got the door sort of underneath this window, but just not, because there's an arch, it's not exactly under. So I need that straight down, and then there's a line that I want to follow coming down. That's about it. So I'm just going to get these lines in as guidelines and perspective. I think going to the art show that I went to a few videos ago, I did do a video for you here on my channel. And it's just opened my eyes to try different things, different techniques, painting in a sort of different style. And so that's really helped me just to think a little bit outside the box, maybe a little bit outside my comfort zone. I do like painting buildings anyway, but I do like this painting every brick sort of style. It's not something that I usually do. If you did see my last video, I painted a bridge, and in that bridge there was every single brick painted. I mean, it just gives a different alternative to your painting. It might be a bit time consuming, but it is quite fun. It's quite enjoyable. And as a kid, I always liked to paint walls. I know it sounds a bit silly, but I just like the pattern of bricks and the colour. You can sort of try different things, add different colours, just mix it up a little bit. But I do like maybe shading and things like that when it comes to brickwork. I just like the way these bricks are sort of revealed on this building. So that's the thing that attracted me to this scene. And yeah, it's just me being maybe strange, I don't know. But I really do like the look of this. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I am using my Windsor and Newton palette for this one. So there's my palette. I've not really used these for some time. Just thought I'd mix it up and show you a different palette. This is Van Dyke Brown. There's a little bit of red there that I wanted to get in the bricks. That's more of a cad red. And then just dropping in different hints of colour here and there, just to add a bit more interest in the bricks. So what I did do, I did pencil in all the bricks. No, I didn't. I penciled in all the outlines, but for the bricks, I went straight in with pen. I don't know, it's a long enough process anyway, so I didn't want to do the pencil and then go over with pen. It would have taken ridiculously long. And it don't have to look perfect, I think, with bricks, and that's why I did enjoy painting them when I was a kid, because they're quite forgiving. They don't have to be perfect, it's just a pattern, and when your eye sees patterns, it sort of relates to those patterns, and it's just something interesting. So if you're looking at different scenes to paint, look for patterns and shapes and that sort of thing. That really does help with compositions if you're struggling to find anything. And it's the same with the windows as well. There's a little bit of lead sort of diamond shapes in the top of the windows, which I've just literally painted in the diamonds and then gone over with pen just to highlight that. And just a few little different shades, different tones, just to indicate a bit of reflection. Maybe it's quite dark inside the house, I'm not sure. But just to get those different colours, different tones, that really does help your windows to pop. It does leave interest in the scene. So, like I said, I'm not going perfect. I'm not looking for anything exactly the same as the reference. I just get the guidelines down, and then I think the more I get done, the less I look at the photograph, just so that I'm not locked in and slaving exactly to the scene, the reference. So yeah, that's just one thing that I do, and I really do like using pen with my watercolor, so this is no different. I want plenty of ink and wash in this one. I really hope you're getting value from this painting, let me know in the comment section. And if you do enjoy this one, if you're still watching, I know it's fairly long, this video, but I want to capture most of my process, including the thought process of finding a subject, a composition. But I really do hope you're enjoying this one, and if you do, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and if you do have comments, as always, then please let me know in the comment section, any suggestions, anything like that. It would be really nice to hear from you. I love reading your comments, and I always do reply when you leave those kind comments as well. So just adding a few more marks here and there. This is quite a nice little driveway, but I don't want to take away from the details of the house. I'm just adding a little bit of line, and I'll go over with a little bit more Payne's grey, just to emphasize a few of those, some of those stones on the driveway. But yeah, so I'm approaching this a little bit different. So like I said, the focal point is the building with the bricks showing. So that's the main focus, and the rest is just illustrated by some line work, and I'm happy to do that. It's a different way of painting. So I've got the details, and then as you come out of the scene, as you move back from the scene, then the details sort of melt away. And I like the look of this vignette style as well. It suits this painting, I think, the way I'm capturing this. But again, let me know what you think in the comment section. I'd love to know your thoughts. Is this a sort of style that you like to paint? Is it something quite new? I know it's different in a way, and it's not something that I've done too many paintings of. I just really like the look of this, sort of, because of the building's a bit worn, a bit disrepair. It needs some work. I like to capture that in this one, so the painting looks that way as well.